So why is being a full reserve bank such a threat to the financial system? Why won't they allow that to happen?
Well, in a nutshell, because banks have a monopoly on the creation of fiat currency, and it's a Ponzi scheme. So if you want to create £1,000, if you don't have a banking license, you go to prison. But if you have a banking license, then you have the ability to create a digital currency every time you issue a loan. And so you create £1,000 and then you charge an interest on that. The only challenge is the money to repay the interest doesn't exist. And so the only way to get the money to repay the interest is to persuade somebody else to take on a loan. And so you have this perpetual cycle that's guaranteed to completely bankrupt the people, bankrupt the corporation, and bankrupt the government.
So it was a Ponzi from day one.
It's a Ponzi from day one. And that's how the Bank of England, when it created this model, was created. And that was the transition to the Federal Reserve in 1913 after 2 attempts to do that. What we're witnessing today is inevitable, predictable, guaranteed. And so because the money doesn't actually exist to repay the loan, if you create a full reserve bank, then you would have an outflow, almost like imagine a stable coin right now, which is essentially backed by government debt in full reserves. If you allowed for you to exchange your bank deposit, which is fractional reserves in a Ponzi scheme, for full reserves where you essentially own the asset, the government debt that backs the stable coin, you'd have a massive outflow of money from the fractional reserve system to the full reserve system. And so that is the issue. You break the banking system if you do full reserve. And so they will not allow you to do full reserves